Hello and welcome to Women's World, the program where we celebrate the strength, creativity and achievement of women everywhere. I am your host, Kike Lomo Okeri, and today we'll be exploring inspiring stories, meaningful conversation and powerful ideas that highlight the role of women playing in shaping our families, communities and the world. And of course, I am not doing this alone. I am joined with my ever vibrant, amazing co-host Anita Patrick and Priscilla Obasi.
Always a delight.
But yeah, as always, we always like to do this. I like the way I am. You didn't tell me I was looking the African American until the male colleague said you look different on Saturday.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay, it's good to see you.
It's
always.
good to see
Priscilla,
you.
What's been like?
Beautiful. I mean, it's Women's Week.
It's our month.
It's our month, of course.
And we have a lot to talk about women. Because we are the ones who build the foundation for every home and the society.
Actually, we are the neck.
I'm telling you, and the table.
The neck and the table.
All right, as we all know, the month of March is globally recognized as a special time to celebrate women, especially through International Women's Day on March 8th. During this period, we reflect on the progress women have made and continue to encourage empowerment, equality, and support for women everywhere. In the spirit of this celebration, today's topic is Give to Gain, empowering women through support and service.
And of course, Kike, empowering women is not only about individual success. It is also about how women support, encourage, and uplift one another when women give their time, knowledge, opportunities, and compassion to help other women grow. The entire community benefits, of course.
Now, the idea of give to gain, when I heard it, I just tried to ponder a bit, but it reminds us that we support one another through mentorship, through service and kindness. We create stronger network when we do all of this. We build confidence and open doors for future generations of women.
All right, stay with us as we celebrate women and discuss how we can continue to lift each other right after the break. For long, women were told to stay quiet, to endure in silence, to face challenges alone. But silence never define us.
Women are actually one of the best peace builders you can come across because they will build peace in the home front, they will build with their children, they will build in the community, they will build at their meetings and in their churches.
Across Nigeria and beyond, women are breaking barriers, from entrepreneurs building thriving businesses to mothers transforming communities to everyday women.
Women's World celebrates all sides of womanhood. We share untold stories of women from pain to victory.
This is more than a show, it is a platform for women to be seen, heard, and to be empowered.
Every story matters, every voice counts because women are empowered to change families, communities, and the nation.
Join us as we showcase women's untold stories.
From pain to victory.
This is Women's World on Global Television.
Your story, your health, your power.
Thank you.
Welcome back to Women's World, the program where we celebrate the strength, creativity, and achievement of women everywhere. If you're just joining us, today we are discussing our inspiring topic, Give to Gain, empowering women through support and service. In celebration of International Women's Day this March, joining us is Her Excellency Ambassador Dr. Zainab Daniel Akpan, a distinguished humanitarian, peace advocate, and visionary leader who has dedicated her life to community development and the empowerment of women. Her Excellence previously served as the national president of the Naval Officers' Wives Association, widely known as NOAA. During her tenure, she championed impactful initiatives that improved the welfare of naval families while also empowering women and supporting vulnerable communities across Nigeria. She holds a degree in business administration from Ahmadu Bello University and has received international recognition for her remarkable contributions to peace building and humanitarian service, including honors presented during the United Nations General Assembly in New York City. Beyond her professional achievement, she is also a devoted wife and mother whose leadership continues to inspire many. Please join me in warmly welcoming Her Excellency Ambassador Dr. Zainab Daniel Akpan to Women's World. You're welcome, ma'am.
Thank you so much. Thank you for joining us.
It's good to have you.
Thank you.
You look radiant. I was comparing the picture and her in person.
I don't think there's a difference,
There's
right?
no difference, right?
There's no
At all.
difference. Ever beautiful. Welcome, ma'am.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
What a way to celebrate Women's World and have a beautiful achiever with us in the studio
Yeah.
talk to us about this particular day. Well, let's start, Your Excellency. Let's talk about the phrase of the International Women's Day. Let's start from there, because the essence of our gathering is to celebrate we women and every other woman across the world. And every year it is done. But this time around, I want to talk about the theme of the year, which says "Give to Gain." From your line of work, what does it really mean to give and to gain as a woman?
Well, to give and to gain as a woman, to me, is when a woman decides to invest her time, her experience, her resources, and all that she has acquired into the development of the community and also the people around her. And when you invest yourself, it also leads to the production of achievement in those you are also investing on. And as such, when these people the community is enriched by investment, it brings about development, sustainable development in the community. It brings about the people you have invested in, they are better self, and they're able to put much into the society. And as such, you gain too. So you, by giving, you are also gaining experience, you're also gaining networking. Exactly. And I believe that whatever you give yourself into, naturally, you tend to be a master in it. Yeah. So you are giving, you are not losing as such. You are also gaining and also helping the society to grow, and also the community at large. So that's what I see.
Okay.
Okay, so many people believe that one has to be in some sort of leadership position or financial success to be able to give, to be able to give to gain. That's in the context of, our theme for the year. In your opinion, what are other ways that women, even in their capacity, regardless of whatever achievement or status they have, how can they truly give to gain?
Yes, that, of course, as you earlier introduced me, I was actually, let me bring a little bit of light to the position I held. I was the National Vice President, NOAH, but also acted in the capacity of acting NOAH President through that. So I had to office to play, and that gave me the opportunity to really, really have some good experience, and I went deep into my services and also all I had to do in NOAH, the Naval Officers' Wife Association. That enabled me to get into the grassroots and through our service all through the time. You talked about people think that giving may have to be with you having the bulk of money with you and all of that. Not necessarily. In the association, as God granted me the privilege to serve, we came to the opinion, one of the ways around the association was believing that everybody has something to offer. Sure. There was this term I used then, it became my phrase. Everybody makes sense. Of course, Nigerian slangs. Whatever idea you have, no matter how senseless it seems to you, just bring it up. Put it at the table, let's look into it. And that was what had helped us to really achieve most of our successes. Okay. Some of our women were just like the widows I worked with. They just had skills. Some of them, they could farm, and while others could really cook. So bringing them together, we had it's like a community of
human resource.
Human resource. So one of the leaders among them, she had the strength, this ability of putting women together and make them do something productive. So these widows came together. They form a community of business. So they come when they have they introduce themselves, which we try to also expose them to people to know. So they come, they produce, they farm, and they put their produce together and sell it. And sometimes they come together, they weave with their hands because of the skills they learned. They weave carpets and all of that. And putting all that together made Noah strong. Because that became another branch of the association. Yes, that became another branch, became our market branch, our skill acquisition branch. Also under the widows group of the Noah Association. And that is, they brought something. It wasn't just, and it made us look good out there. So I don't know if I answered.
Okay. Well, across many cultures, women already give so much. Let's look at to their families, communities, and workplaces. How can that giving translate into personal growth? Economic opportunity or recognition for themselves, because I see what you did with Noah. Like you said, you had people who had something to give and you wanted them to always bring something to, because everybody had something to contribute. And we see women, like I pointed out, women give a lot. In every aspect of a woman's life, she's always giving. But at what point does she pause, or does she see the growth of herself in that giving? Or how does that giving translate for her into growth? Because you grew, we saw your recognition, it was part of your work that gave you the recognition. So how do you tell women out there that the giving process always translates into personal growth?
Giving, as we earlier, while we're defining what the terms is relating to women empowerment and the women as well, I talked about investing. When you invest your time, something you give yourself into, over time, you become a master to it. So sometimes women are good in counseling, we advise. And some also, in running the home front, you gain many experiences. And also in serving the family, and also getting into social groups, community service. By so doing, before you know, you've acquired a lot of knowledge. Like me, I'm just an officer's wife, apart from my education and all of that. But at some point, I wasn't working. My husband, because he's out there at the sea, one mission or the other, I had to be at home. But most of the time, I joined my association to work. Sometimes they call us to come and do so and so, and also help other women, the younger women, to stabilize those going through any kind of trauma and all of that. Before you know it, you are getting knowledge. And that brought me, serving as Noah president, I saw all this. And I didn't know I could be a very good leader. But before I knew it, it was showing. I could lead. People were saying, you did it there, you did that there. I was wondering, this me. Is it really me doing this?
So you are personally growing.
I started growing. And as such, I developed myself. I went to school in those areas. And before I know it, I did all what I was able to do in Noah. And the passion, after I've handed over, somebody is dead now, but that passion, I've gained this knowledge. Should I just go back home and just bedshead an NGO?
Amazing.
So I have an NGO, because through there, I can give this knowledge
back to the people.
And it also benefits me, because I now have the possibility of leadership position exposed to me. And I've learned so much. So the services I've learned, I can give a consultancy service out there, and I can be called to tackle things that relate to peace, that relates to women development, and even reaching out to widows.
Amazing.
You understand? So these experiences, and also our women, by coming around, joining in cooking, some have developed, because we have professional chefs in our midst. So sometimes, by them coming to the association, some of these professionals, they decide to offer their service of training. So that came about, we organizing skill acquisitions center, which we have as NOAA, but our women, the professionals in our midst, offer these services to them. And these women learn. And those that are experts in business, we do them training. So by so doing, most of our women engage in very productive and, let me say, money fetching.
It also accumulates to economic growth for them. Because they get the professional skill and they get the finances that comes with it and the training, and it gives them an extra cash that comes with it.
So giving has really done a lot in our midst. Many of them are now, they have their certificates. I too, you can see what I have become. I'm becoming by the grace of God. So when women give, they're actually
building themselves, basically,
and also helping the home front and the society.
I like how you have explained this. I really wish to see in Nigeria or this replicated in other sectors of the country, because it's your experience, right? And there are still women that will tell you today that they don't understand. They have never seen such a thing. It has never come across their own front in any way. So how can this be replicated? It's often said that mentorship and networking is key to success. And you have also emphasized on that. How can other women across other sectors replicate what it is that you are doing in your own company, or you have even done and still doing, as you say? So,
in that, like during our time, there was a time I had to, NOAA as an association we are divided into zones. So we have different sectors and zones as such. So when we got this mentorship, I had to break down NOAA into, we have senior ranking, the professionals in our midst, to train the younger ones with the mentor. So they mentor women of 2, women of 3, based on their proximity and all of that, which really helped. But to also, we also organize programs, like inviting our sisters association, and we engage on this seminar. Like we have our women, which was actually better during my time, our yearly conference. So we brought women. We also invited women from different associations to join in the conference, and we try to tell them about, showcase what we do. And by so doing, some have copied. And that's the best way I can tell now.
Because that's
but from me now on my own is, I'm not in the open space now.
On the grassroots.
Is how can I reach out to widows out there, reach out to the government, talk with them, and encourage them to develop some of these exercises, some of these plans, some of these trainings we had. To help them so that they can help women out there.
I like the fact that you said you mentioned government. I was about asking that question. Policy framework are often determine whether empowerment efforts succeed. What policies do you think the government should prioritize to better support women empowerment initiatives?
Okay. I will really encourage inclusivity of the female folk in lawmaking. They should, there was this time we were advocating through the Ministry of Women Affairs for seats at the law at the upper lawmaking, like in the Senate, National Assembly, women should have more seats. Because when women are involved in lawmaking, somehow the laws that are there will also tend to favor women.
That's true.
And so I encourage that the government should also bring about policies that will encourage gender-based support, financial facilities to support women too, and also policies that will reduce, let me say financially, I'm basing it on financially now, that will reduce the interest rates that women may have to pay before they have access to facilities, credits and loan as such, because we know that women may not be able to bring out collaterals like most men will, because most of our women are into farming, just skills, and they may not be into big time. Those are even into entrepreneurship, some standard business as such. They're not able to go that one because they need that financial support, because the society have come to recognize the male folk even more than the women folk. So I would really encourage the government to look into it and see that this policy agenda be somehow, if men are asked to bring a very big collateral, women should be giving something.
Let's stop pedaling.
Something that they could afford to provide before they get such facility, and grants also. They should give grants to NGOs that can really reach out to women at the grassroots. Because when women are stable, believe me or not, women, whatever they make, 90% of the resources that women make goes back to the family. Goes back to health, goes back to education. And I have come to know that when women rise, the community will rise, the whole nation. So the government should really prioritize helping the women folks to really come and encourage them to come out and do something.
Okay, I like the fact that you're looking at all let's look at, despite this growth across board, where just like you have the platform that brought you out to where you are today, we still have the issue of cultural and societal barriers for women, which is a major challenge women have. And this is, don't forget, we're celebrating women, looking for a way forward for women, just like the team says, give to gain. And so we're looking at what are some of the barriers you saw working with women at the grassroots, at community base, and what can be done to solve this cultural societal barriers that tend to limit women from growing to be able to also give back to their core community.
Yes, I saw a lot of barriers, systemic barriers, all kind of barriers you see around. And first and foremost, I'll advocate for education. Women to the grassroots, free education. We go a long way from the government to really help women. First, before women can come to that level from the grassroots, to come to appreciate or being given that opportunity to lead or access whatever whatever opportunity they're trying to access, a woman needs to be educated. She needs to know her worth, and she needs to know what she's out there to get. And the community too at large need to know that women having this facility, or women coming on board into leadership and what have you, does not mean that the society, women will become rebellious, which they are.
Every time.
Yes, they will not be submissive to their husband. I believe it's based on ignorance. So if they are well educated and let them know the benefits of a mother being able to bring something home after being engaged on a productive activity, it will only strengthen the family. It will enrich the family. It will take off the load from the husband, and there will be an equilibrium somewhere. And once the family stabilizes, you see the society too, we progress. So I will advocate for education. That's why when I was in Lua, one of my major goals was education. Once a woman is educated, she knows her worth. She knows what she wants, and when the resources are made available, abuse is reduced. But when you don't know, it's just money. There's abuse.
Because the truth is, when you keep pestering somebody, he gets tired.
He gets tired.
And once the society also know that when these women are engaged, there'll be less quarreling. Because they look at the grassroots, and there'll be less quarreling, there'll be less stress on the men. Our men will even live longer because the pressure will be reduced. They too will embrace it. They will embrace this whole idea of allowing women to come out and take possession of our own land. And because some of these grassroots, you don't believe women should own land. A woman goes to purchase a land, where's your husband? They snub her, you understand? So all it has to do with enlightenment. If they are enlightened, if they are educated, they are brought, and I know most of them don't want to go to the four walls of schools and all of that. But community education, the government can engage agencies that go down to grassroots, just bring them.
And do the skill acquisition, like you said.
The teacher and just talk. Let's talk ahead. Tell them, they air their view, this is what we think, this is how we feel the women, because we, some of them say them. Then we just encourage it to not be so. It will even make the woman to respect you more. She understand even and to value you because she knows your place, the role you've been playing, and now knows that what you bring up is not easy to get.
Yeah. So the education now is towards the men. Basically.
The men, even the women.
Okay. Because what I'm saying this is
society needs to be educated.
We're known for having conferences, women talk, women prayer groups, women this. So the education now looks as if it's a one-sided thing because you go there, you get all the knowledge, but you're going home and the person that you're going to meet the knowledge or trying to share the knowledge or trying to practicalize with is not understanding you. They are seeing it as rebellion. So I feel like women have gone through so much education, especially when it comes to when it has to do with the family front, a woman having her role and everything in the family space. There's not so much balance in this education. It is just almost all the time one-sided, and it's part of the things that causes crisis. Because when a woman goes home and say, "Oh, I think I'm more enlightened," a man can see it as a threat.
Yes.
So you understand? You're now white. Exactly. Exactly. And it starts to cause issue in the family front. So we need more education on the other side, if you ask me.
That's what, to me, that's if you notice what I was saying was education. They should come to the community
and educate everybody.
We should have, our men should be educated. Let them know that a woman being educated, a woman having these rights, it does not mean that you lose your place. It will actually add up to you. It will become. It is a progress. It eases off the weights on the shoulder of the man. Yes. So I believe it should be community level. It should educate them.
Okay, so before the care comes to you, I want to speak to the issue of technology. The world is fast evolving. There's a whole lot changing. Our children also emulate the mothers more. They get really close. They get close to the dad who is the present dad. But that's the reality. The present dad, you see the difference with the children. But children are mostly emotionally attached to their mothers. So I'm looking at technology and how women can take advantage of skills that can add value to them, because now we're looking at equipping ourselves to give ourselves and also give to society. So it will be a woman's world gaining from technology.
I want to add to what you're saying.
I'm not landed.
I have an experience. So I was going through my phone yesterday and my son came and he saw a video. I said, "Mommy, this is AI." And I'm like, how did this boy know this is AI? He says a video and he's saying it's AI. So it's important for a woman to even know what is AI, to guide her son so that he understands what technology is, because you are the one that is almost interacting with the children, and they are growing fast. So I'm just adding to what you're saying, the importance of technology, right? The importance of technology, woman knowing, building herself in the 21st century to be able to guide herself, her family, and maybe community at large.
Okay, so basically, like she just gave her experience, and I like the fact that she shared that experience with us. Like I was trying to say that women need to take advantage of technology. Going forward with your new space now, because obviously you're out from that office. This is your own space. Talk to every woman watching now. Tell them what you think your platform would do to build capacity in terms of technology, so they can also give back to the society and also build themselves the more and build the home front with the children, basically.
Okay. Yes. My platform, the NGO we're able to form is called ELZAIN, for Women, Children and Peace Development Initiative. So encompassing is basically about women. Now technology is far advanced than it was before. Like she rightly said, same thing happened to me. I was watching a clip on the YouTube. My little daughter of 11 came. I was telling me that, Mommy, this is. I say, how? How can it be? I saw the blinking and all of that. She could tell. She said, I know. So she gave me some instances how I can tell it was AI. And I now knew that, of course, we need to grow. Okay. It has become expedient for every woman to grow. So my platform, we're looking at how we can enrich the female folk, the children, to make life easy. Some of the courses I had to do in the US had to do with cyber security.
Good.
Had to do, exposed to knowing how children were being addicted, caught up with all this crime in the internet, and how women can really engage themselves, understand what's going on with your child, how you can be a present mom. Because if you don't have this understanding, your child can still be under you, but they are already not with you because they're already caught up with the crimes there, with all these cyber bullies and all of that is going on. So my platform, we are getting ready. We offer classes, planning on offering classes of different level for people that like because if you notice of children too, as women children, we are going to organize class for people, the younger generation, the older generation, and then the middle age, to let them know how to use this technology, especially for women, for empowerment. We are going to be dealing on digital economy.
Great.
Yes,
that just solves it. Digital economy, which is part of the way to build their capacity. Thank you so much.
Yes.
We really love to have you speak to this issue a whole lot. It was amazing, inspiring conversation so far. Listening to Her Excellency Ambassador Dr. Zainab Akpan, it's there to us that this concept, give to gain, is far more than just a catchy phrase. It's a mindset, a lifestyle, and a powerful strategy for empowerment. What really stands out is how giving, whether through mentorship, service, sharing knowledge, or simply offering encouragement, creates a ripple effect. When women lift each other, they don't just help each other, they strengthen the entire communities, foster resilience, and open doors for future generation. Well, amazing discussion here, Kike.
Yes,
and Priscilla, thank you so much, ma'am, for your time with us. And happy International Women's Day to you. I love the color. Last time we had orange, but purple. I think you start on more first. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
And for us from here, we still have a second discussion segment to bring to you. Please stay with us as we bring to you. I went to the streets to speak to women and also the he for she's who spoke about the significance of the International Women's Day. Please take a listen and we'll be right back. Stay with us.
Indonesia is a day to remember, and as women, it's a very great day for, as a matter of fact, it's a very big day for us to remember, even if you are yet to become a woman, like you are yet to be married or you are married. It's a very big day, and to me, I celebrate womanhood, so I'm very happy about it.
Okay, to me, International Women's Day is like a very important event that should be celebrated, like it's already happening. And the theme Give to Gain, it just explains the importance of involving women in all of our activities or programs and in all sectors globally. It just simply explains that when you give to a girl child, you gain back as a nation, as a family, or as a church. So it just keeps encouraging the importance of giving, and I think I also stand for that.
Well, when you talk about Women's Day, something came to mind immediately, and that is a nurse, Edith Cavey. Edith Cavey was a head of nursing hospital in Boucher, and she was accused of helping some Allied soldiers escape to Holland. Before execution, she said, and I quote, she said, patriotism is not enough. She said, while we love our country, we should not hate other countries. Let us help them, work with them, cooperate with them. Let us form a universal brotherhood. That was simple theory of the world coming together as one, the so-called global world. So if she did not give her services, if she did not show love to the extent of extending to another country, gift wouldn't have made meaning to me. So it's only in giving that we receive. Giving also does not only manifest or pay according to a religion. It's a natural law. Whatever you give, you receive. So I think the significance of the women today, to me, should be to focus on giving. And what do we even give? While we also give gift, let us also give respect, submission to the authorities. The Gen Zs may not know this one. When you hear that marriage is for better, for worse, Gen Zs say it's for better, for best. They do not want to give anything or sacrifice anything to sustain womanhood. That is why you see so many women very single. Some single women now today were once married, but they refuse to sacrifice. In sacrificing, my dear, I mean that even if you don't have anything to give, you give services. You submit. Submissiveness is also a gift to humanity. Bible said, men love, but women submit. It is that submissiveness that men sees and love. I don't think women love. Women are to obey and be submissive to their husband. Your husband, now you have to love according to the biblical provision. All right? Now, it is that submissiveness that brings the best out of men. So if you do not have anything to give, at least be submissive to your family. And also, give your knowledge, training, legacy to the upcoming ones so that we will not lose our tradition and culture.
Women, ordinarily, they are embodied with so many things in the family, in society at large. So they deserve to be given that honor. They deserve to be given a fair share in the society. They also deserve to be regarded and respected, you know, because of the role they play, both in the family and in the society at large. So I think it's a good one.
For too long, women were told to stay quiet, to endure in silence, to face challenges alone. But silence never define us.
Women are actually one of the best peace builders you can come across because they will build peace in the home front, they will build with their children, they will build in the community, they will build at their meetings and in their churches.
Across Nigeria and beyond, women are breaking barriers, from entrepreneurs building thriving businesses to mothers transforming communities to everyday women.
Women's World celebrates all sides of womanhood. We share untold stories of women from pain to victory.
This is more than a show. It is a platform for women to be seen, heard, and to be empowered.
Every story matters. Every voice counts because women are empowered to change families, communities, and the nation.
Join us as we showcase women's untold stories.
From pain to victory.
This is Women's World on Global Television.
Your story, your health, your power.
Welcome back to Women's World, the space where we celebrate the strengths, creativity, and achievements of women everywhere. If you're just joining us, we've been exploring powerful theme of Give to Gain, empowering women through support and service, reflecting on how women can lift each other up through mentorship, service, and meaningful collaboration. In this next segment, we'll be diving deeper with our new guest on the topic that's equally inspiring: Give to Gain, investing in women for a better future. Yes, well, how we explore how supporting women through education, economic opportunity, and leadership development is not just only a path to personal growth, but a catalyst for stronger communities and a brighter, more equitable future for all. Joining us via Zoom is an inspiring change maker and tireless advocate for social justice, Rita Evujabo, who is a well-celebrated author, a journalist, and a human resource professional, bringing her wealth of experience across media, advocacy, and leadership. Rita is the co-founder of Women in Media Development Initiatives, where she champions gender equality and amplifies women's voices in media spaces. She's also the founder of Onomese Gender Empowerment Foundation, a platform dedicated to creating opportunities, mentorship, and support for women and girls to thrive. Through her work, Rita has consistently demonstrated how investing in women through education, leadership, and empowerment can transform communities and create lasting social impacts. We're thrilled to have her with us today to discuss the program Give to Gain, investing in women for a better future, and how to share her insights on how support, mentorship, and service can drive meaningful change. Please join me in welcoming our guest virtually. Rita, it's good to have you join us on the program. How are you doing, Rita? Hello, Rita. Hello, Rita, if you can hear me, how are you doing?
And how are you doing?
Okay, so I will see, try to get her to connect with us. I'm told she's joined us already, but I guess just a technical glitch there. Well, let's tell you that, like we said, we had the earlier conversation there where the he for she's and the female were speaking about the relevance of the day. And I see, of course, I'm here, my co-host here with me. That's not sound like I'm talking to myself alone. I have Kike and Priscilla, but we're told our guest is here now to speak to us. Hello, Rita.
Hello, Rita.
Amazing to see you. It's been a while.
Likewise, Aniete, how are you doing? I do hope you can hear me because I hear you loud and clear. I'm not sure what's going on with the network.
I can hear you loud and clear. You look great and beautiful as always. Good to have you join us.
Thank you.
Happy International Women's Day.
Happy International Women's Day. We are all planning to give to gain.
Absolutely. All right, Rita, let's get started with this. You understand what advocacy is. You understand what the whole network to building capacity for women is. But let's look at the terms of finances. How does financial independence strengthen a woman's voice and influence her family, community, and the work environment, the workspace, with this whole mindset of give to gain?
Well, that's a very good question. When it comes to the intention to help people, it is good. Good intentions are good, but you have to put them into action. And sometimes you might have good intention. If you don't have the finances, you're not able to actually bring them to reality. So financial independence go a long way for women to be able to not just be self-dependent, but be able to help others. And to be financially dependent, women, of course, need to empower themselves. They need to invest in themselves, in their profession, starting with parents, making sure that the girl child is educated, they are well exposed in the community. They are, they have leverage to things that will set them up for success in the future. They are allowed to make choices, of course, with guidance in a young age about what profession they want to pursue, and taught self-independence and self-respect. Because no matter what you have, if you don't know your self-worth and you don't have self-sufficiency as a person, both mentally and otherwise, people will still take advantage of you. With the money that you have, people will still take advantage of you. So that early onset of letting a girl child know that you are more than enough, you are able to achieve things on your own. You don't need to rely on people. Of course, collaboration is important. Mentorship is necessary. Reverse mentorship is helping us in the industry and elsewhere. But that self-confidence that a woman needs comes from the girl child stage. If you are properly, educated, both in the letters of the word and in your culture and in social awareness, you are in a position to make decisions that would help you and those around you. And don't forget that as women, we are nurturers. So we have the responsibility of not just us, but also being able to care for people around us. You speak about finances and financial independence. When a woman is gainfully employed, whether through paid employment or whether they run their business, they are able to make decisions on their own. It does not mean they don't collaborate with a partner if they are married or in a relationship. They do. But you have a better negotiation point when you bring something to the table, right? It really depends. But I feel like, being financially independent is key for a woman's independence and to be able to gain or to give to gain, because you cannot give what you don't have.
We've been on this journey, of empowering women as a country, as a nation, and I just want to have you make your assessment of, on how far we've come. Do you think we're making progress? Is it fast? Are we where we need to be? And what do we need to do, to get to where we should be?
I think that since we are both journalists, I can also ask you: do you think we're making progress?
Well, I think it's relative, right?
We have a long way to go. If you want to dissect it by sectors, before I left my previous employment with Hot FM, I was a station manager. As at the time, I can count about 5 female station managers in Abuja. I'm not sure whether we still have that number today. I wanted to start from home. That's why I'm starting with that. Okay, so let's go to the National Assembly. What is the affirmative action that we talk about all the time? How many women senators do we have? How many women legislators do we have? Is it even in the area councils? We are far from where we ought to be. Is there an improvement? Well, awareness is better, right? But in terms of actually seeing women in positions where they can take decisions that would impact change, we are not there yet. We're still very far from it. You still can talk to people on the streets when you do your voice pop or when you interview people, and they will tell you, oh, will you vote for a female to become president? I don't even know why that question should arise in the first place. It should be, should you vote for this candidate because they're qualified? But it's where we are, so we still ask this question. And there are people who will still give you reasons other than the capacity and qualification of a person as why they will not vote for a woman to become president. We have different factors that are at play there. There is the culture, there is religion, we have a strong social divide that, the rich versus the poor. And that takes us again back to that financial independence thing that you spoke about. What is politics like in Nigeria? It's a money bags affair. If you don't have the money, you need a godfather who can push you or sponsor you. If you have someone who's overly qualified in terms of, how to run things, they have the strategy, they have a plan. Do they have the money? Do they have the support? In some climes, people would come together and donate and raise funds. They will crowdfund to support a candidate. We're not there yet. Or are we still where we were in the past? I think we're making progress. I think that the media is doing what it can. Of course, we can do more in terms of ensuring that people know these things, that it's important. But I also believe that as women, we can start from where we are. Yes, can we get a female president at some point? Of course we can. Look at the banking sectors. We have a lot of women doing amazing things there, right? Media as well. We have women doing amazing things there. Can it be better? Yes. But we need to celebrate our gains and then strategize on how we can be better. And the only way we can expand beyond where we are now is if we give to gain. So as a woman who's working in the media, you're in the banking sector, you're in politics, no matter where you are, who are you mentoring? Who are you showing the way to be there? And as a young person who wants to be in that position, who are you looking up to? Who is your mentor? Because people will not force you to mentor you. You have to yearn for mentorship. You need to ask, can you please mentor me? And even if a mentor say, I don't have the time, oh, it's okay. I just want to observe you. And if I have a few questions when I call, if you have the time, you can pick. If you just yearn for that knowledge. How many people have come to your doorstep in this program and told you as a lady, I want to volunteer just so I can gain experience and learn what you're doing? I need a job, but if you don't have it, I'm willing to volunteer my time and get the experience. So you teach me. These are the ways that we can grow, whether it's in politics. People volunteer in politics all over the world. But here is about what can I get? And again, people want to put food on the table. If the system is such that people who don't have are supported, they get something one way or the other as you get in other clients, maybe we will not be here. Our system is, is deep-rooted. The problems that we have, they are deep-rooted. The social structure is deep-rooted. If you don't have a job, you don't have money. In some climes, if you don't have a job, there's employer insurance. You still get paid a stipend until you get another job. But here, once you say you're fired or you resign, you've got nothing. You don't have anything. So people would look anywhere and everywhere to be able to make ends meet. That is why it's important for our value to always be, something that guides us. Because if you don't have value, you would fall for anything. So as young girls, it's important that we teach them from the young age to look out for mentorship, to yearn for knowledge, and to be independent at the same time, depend on those they can gain experience and knowledge from. I always say that if you go through something that is not positive and people around you, under you, following you, go through the same thing, then you went through it in vain. You should be able to say, this is what I did, these are my mistakes.
Okay, Rita, so I would have loved you to keep talking to that, but this is you know how it is basically. Thank you, Rita. But let's quickly get, I just in very few seconds, if you can just hit the nail on the head for me. What strategies can help women support each other rather than compete, fostering a future of collaboration? Because it's not a time to compete anymore, it's a system to support. And of course, when we support, that's where we give and we gain from getting. So just in one, like 1 minute. Let's do that in 1 minute if we can.
Okay. I think that selflessness is very important, and knowing that the fact that one sister is shining does not mean your light will dim. You celebrate success better when everyone is successful, when most people are successful. Like I saw an image that kind of put it together for me of a plug that had so many, other plugs coming onto it. When you're the only successful person, it's a lot of burden. It's better we empower each other through collaborations. You calling me to come on this show is because we have met in the past somewhere, we have collaborated. I am at work at the moment, but I had to take excuse to say, please, I need to be there for this program because I know how easy it can be for you to get a guest to be on a show such as this on a short notice, right? So we need to learn to deliberately be there for each other, to support each other, and know that the win of Aniti is not the loss of the other person. When you gain, I gain.
Thank you so much, Rita. Always a pleasure. Rita, thank you so much. That's Rita Egujabu on sharing her wisdom and experience with us today. Well, your journey reminds us that empowerment is not always about large platforms or titles. It often begins with simple acts of service, mentorship, and compassion, of course.
And for me, one thing that stands out in today's conversation is the idea that empowerment grows when it is shared. When women intentionally support each other through mentorship, through encouragement, just as you highlighted, and other opportunities, we create stronger networks and open doors for others to follow.
And of course, beyond empowerment, we also see how service transforms communities. When women give their time, knowledge, and care to others, they don't just uplift individuals, they strengthen families, communities, and entire society. And that brings us to the end of today's edition of Women's World. As we celebrate women this month and beyond, let us remember that empowerment is not only about we achieve individually, but also how we lift others along the way. When women give support, mentorship, and opportunities, they gain stronger communities, brighter future, and a more inclusive world for everyone. On behalf of my wonderful self and my co-host, Aniete Patrick and Priscilla Obasi, we say thank you very much to our guests, Dr. Zainab and Rita.
For joining us all the way. We have to steal her time from workshop. Thank you so much, Rita.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Happy
International Women's Day.
And have a great
one.
I want to say keep support. Yes, we
give to gain.
And to gain.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
All right. Have an amazing day. And until next time, we say keep supporting, keep empowering, and keep celebrating women. I am Kike Lomo Okere, and with me is
I am Aniete Patrick. Always a pleasure to be here.
And I am Priscilla Obasi.
All right, then we do the symbol for Women's International Women, which is to give and to gain.
Oh, this is the symbol. To give and to gain.
Have a lovely day. Bye.
Bye.